7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
You'll never have the sacred stone.
Oh, this you crazy mother.
Man, oh man, we're back. It's Wednesday night. It's Weeby Tailing. I'm Captain Eric Hasty, and that's... Yeah. I'm back. I'll call it... I'm good, 100%. I don't know if John's still...
83.7%.
There you go. So he's getting there. So we were gone last week. I was at like the end of being kind of... and John was... heavy into it, so
I wouldn't even have been able to drive over here.
Yeah, we every now and again we got to get a sick day, and we cashed one in.
I didn't want one.
Almost 7 years of doing this. I think what have we've missed times. We've missed for a couple of hurricanes and then sick once or twice. I think our track record
pretty good,
speaks for itself. I'm happy with it anyway.
Yeah, we're pretty good. We're not bad.
Yeah. Well, we're going to have a good show for you tonight. Let me get on the old thing right here. As usual, we're shooting live from the super secret studio, deep here in the bunker, John. We'll talk about a little bit of fishing. We got Spotted by Captain's Corner, Bonnie's contest. We're giving away the prize package tonight, but there's still one more question we got to get answered due to us being a little bit sick last week.
So it's the question and answer, and then boom, a winner.
Yeah,
I like that.
Yep.
That brings, that brings the heat.
It's how we do it. It's how we do it, John. It's how we do it on the
heat.
On the WBT. What's that stand for, John?
We be tailing.
There you go. See, he's on point. The Brian, the mind is not so much full of snot and boogers anymore.
Yeah,
the brain
still
is
full of snot.
So. We're going to have a big show for you tonight. Got a couple of things we're going to talk about. Like I said, a lot to catch up on. Blackwater Fishing Club stuff. The new red snapper regulations came out. We'll talk about that later in the show. So lots to delve into. But
they did it again? More regulations?
Well, it's just... so we haven't been able to talk about the red snapper season at all since, since all that happened. Yeah. So, DeSantis has come in and said... This is how it's going to be.
How about the gay grouper?
He hasn't said anything about that. If he has, he'll do it.
He'll do it
after our show's over tonight, so we can talk about it next week. Everybody else can get to it before we do.
It's amazing, but everything we said came true. Everything. If we go back to the day that I said and you said it was about to happen, that gag grouper was next.
Oh, yeah.
Just like that.
Yeah.
Came out of nowhere.
When you know what they're willing to do, it's not hard to predict these things.
It's amazing.
It is not hard at all. But, John, let's get in here. Let's take a look, see if anybody is even here watching us. Yeah,
a couple of the fans came back.
Yeah, we got a few. We got a few watching, John, I know it doesn't show it as of right now, but earlier Denise was the first commenter of the night with her yo-yo
screenshot.
Yep. So I don't know
number one.
I don't know why YouTube does that, but it does. But Rick's in there. What's up, Rick? Good to have you back.
We need to give a trophy away.
A trophy
to the person that keeps signing in first. Count them up. So the trophy will say, "I love We Be Tailing too much." The number one trophy.
Should we just give that to Denise now?
Yes.
I mean, what should we do?
Well, it's going to be a surprise. Don't let Denise know. Don't let Denise know at the next shindig she's going to get an award. You know?
Oh, yeah.
You can't tell her right off the bat.
Sure.
It's got to be a surprise.
So Casey's on there. He's into the Peach Crown and Sprite tonight.
He's getting drunk.
Very nice. Sam is on there. No, Sam, you were not the first commenter. Christy, all the way from not new,
North Carolina.
Not new, North Carolina.
It could be newly rebuilt Carolina.
Let's see. Chris is on there. I talked to Chris a few times today on the phone. Doug is there. I saw him. Tyler, sorry I'm late. What's up, everybody?
Right on time.
Yeah. Let's see. Denise. Thomas is on there. What's up, Thomas? James is there as well. Nice. Let's see. Donna, what's up, Donna? 1 year ago today, I fractured my shoulder. Yep. Let's not trip over the dog no more.
Let's don't do any more of that.
Bonnie with State Farm. What a segue right there. Yeah.
Yeah, Bonnie from State Farm.
Jessica's on. Let's see. All right. So everybody's saying hi to everybody on there. Good deal. So we got a
crew.
We got a few people here watching, John. So what are we gonna do? We're gonna tackle the good old Blackwater first here. So Blackwater Fishing Club, they had their little tournament this past weekend. Followed by the meeting that they have. So I think that worked out real well for them, and they got some winners from the tournament, John. And there's going to be a lesson to be learned here. But let's go ahead and get our There's a lesson to be learned. Yep. There is, John. So check out that picture right there. So what do we got? We've got Lawrence took first place trout with Dale coming in second. Now Kenny came in first with the redfish, but Mike and the other Mike came in second and third. And John, you know what? They all had the same
weight.
Sized fish.
No
Identical.
way.
All three of them.
How do you have?
Yep. All three fish weighed identical.
How do you do that?
Well, that's a trick.
What's the odds?
Yep. So
You
know,
can't.
so
No.
you understand how Kenneth won though, or Kenny won,
He
right?
weighed first.
There you go.
Don't it's funny because you can have a sandbagger,
Mm-hmm.
and if you sandbag with a 701 and somebody's already on the board with a 701, guess
Yep.
who wins? The
Yep.
guy already on the board.
The first one to weigh with that weight.
Sandbagging
Yep.
sometimes is not the best idea.
It's okay if you got a fat one.
Yeah, if
You
you've
know,
got an
but if
8-pound
you-
one, that's
yeah.
one thing. But when you're talking the same category as everybody else and you're holding the 26-inch fish, you just go ahead and wait.
Yeah,
because
lessons learned.
learned.
Get that one in. That's
Wow.
But what's the odds? All
What
three of those
are-
top redfish weighing the same. That's pretty cool.
That's just almost unheard of. What did they fish? The same school?
I
Huh?
don't know how it worked. All I know is Kenny got in first.
Wow. I mean,
Oh man.
I've seen. I was in a tournament where my grouper won first because we were 5 people in line ahead of the other guy that weighed the same as mine.
Yeah.
And we won. His was 1239. Ours was 1239. And boom, we won.
I know for a while with that Tatas tournament, we would do the grouper.
Yeah.
And we never had one big enough to actually be in first, but
Well, we
they
were fifth.
pay fifth.
Yeah, not
So
not
we
third and fourth.
we'd sandbag
We
to try to
sandbagged.
find that fifth spot, and then we'd go away. And I think we won fifth three or four or five different times.
Yeah, we were known as the 5th place couple. Yeah, I mean,
But it paid.
But it paid. Yeah, it paid 5th place.
It paid
Third
first,
and
second.
fourth did not pay.
Yeah. There you go.
And we didn't even know. The first tournament we're in, we're like, oh, dang, this sucks. Somebody walks up to him and goes, you won.
Here's your check.
We won what? What are you talking about? What we win?
Yeah.
Oh, man, you guys suck. I'm like, yeah, we suck. We didn't win nothing. No, you won. It's like, okay.
Yeah, that was.
And then from then on out, we became the 5th place suckers.
We did. So there you go. So if you want to get involved with the Blackwater Fishing Club, they meet every Thursday, the very first Thursday of the month, upstairs Blackwater, 7:00, with a tournament to follow. That weekend.
It's
Saturday.
fun, people. They have people talk, and you can learn things, and you can drink, and You could have half price appetizers,
Mhm.
and then you can make a tournament on Saturday with friends, and
You can.
tie everybody.
Yep. So the club just to join is very inexpensive, and then the tournaments are inexpensive.
The party's worth that.
And the more that you get, in the tournament, obviously, the higher the pot's going to be. But but it's not a cost.
I guess that was a pretty big one. They had a lot of people in that tournament.
Yeah. So
and you get your money back at the end of the year when you eat your dang dinner for the party.
Oh yeah, with the banquet.
I mean, come on.
By all means.
How can you beat this deal?
You can't beat it, John.
Yeah, can't beat it. It's great.
So, John, gonna get serious here. Yeah.
Oh no.
I
Where's the button?
I know.
Which button is
We're
it?
getting serious, John.
Which button is it that you push?
No. Well, and it's helping, John.
Oh, we're helping.
So we've been doing this show almost 7 years. And in those 7 years, we have tried to teach you, I'd say, a lot. I mean, over 7 years, how many more times can we teach you how to catch redfish? It's why we don't harp on that much anymore. Once in a blue moon, we'll tell you maybe some new tips, tricks on that, but helping, helping. I don't know. We've taught quite a bit. We've tried to make everybody on the show a better angler through our craziness, our antics, whatever. But if you pay attention, we do tell you some really good things on how to catch fish. And sometimes like where to catch fish in a general area, those kind of things. Now, what do I think wouldn't help anglers is, and it's something we've never done. We tell you to go fish an area, go fish this, go look for points, go do this, We've never said, go right here at this point in the time, at this time, do this, do that.
Yeah, we've never given you a specific spot.
I think that if somebody hand feeds you the information and tells you exactly what to do, and you go out there and you catch fish, one, you're never going to go explore anything else. You're always going to go fish right there, that one spot, that one time. It's the same thing out with like offshore, giving somebody numbers.
Yeah, they go back
You
there
never,
every time.
you never, ever expand as a fisherman. You don't explore. Nothing beats time on the water. Telling somebody where and how to exactly do something, though sounds great up front, does not help you as an angler. It doesn't. And though it seems like it's nice, at the end, it doesn't help you, as an angler. Nothing beats time on the water. You've got to spend time on the water to learn what everything's. Missed you too. Thank you. But nothing beats time on the water, John. And I've talked to numerous new captains, and these new captains are like, look at my phone, man. It's 2 pages of the apps and the this and the that, and they're telling me where to, and this is where, this is where it's going to be good, and this and that. And I'm like, he's like, you don't have that? I'm like, no, I have time on the water. I don't need that because I've spent time on the water to kind of learn an area, do whatever the case might be. And it kind of happens, it's the same thing with us fishing the Florida Redfish series. We're going and hitting new areas. We've got to go explore. We got to go figure it out. There's nobody telling us, go right here, this point of the tide, do this, throw this color. That isn't out there, And if it was, would it make you and I a better fisherman? No.
Make us a good.
So in 7 years, we have tried to give you guys some general knowledge, and hopefully you guys have appreciated it. We think we've done all right. Hell, y'all are still watching.
You ever notice that the people that give away spots not in the area they're fishing?
Well, that too, What? So
you ever notice that?
It's like I run into a gentleman in Captain's Cove today. And for whatever reason, we were talking about fishing spots or whatever. And I said, oh, are you going to your good spot today? He goes, no, I got whatever the gentleman's name was with him. And I said, oh, that's right. You don't take your buddy to your favorite spot because your buddy has buddies.
That's right. And it steamrolls.
And even though your buddy will say, I'll never fish this without you, do whatever, inevitably, he'll go fish it with another buddy sooner or later. And then now, not only does your buddy have it, your buddy's buddy has it, and so on and so forth.
And it's a natural disaster because when you find something good,
yep.
you want to kind of keep it to yourself for a little while anyway. So, of course, it's going to get found out eventually. But you want to kind of keep it to yourself just because it's kind of like a spot that you can go to. Tyler has great spots, and he's taking them to me.
He wants to know if you're calling him out.
No, I'm not. This almost explain something right now to everybody. Tyler has taken me on his boat and taken me to some of the finest spots you'll ever see. Not once have I ever gone to one of his spots or taken somebody there because he trusted me with those spots. So I don't.
That and your sense of direction.
Yeah, well, that and I probably have no idea where he's taking me in this water that's about this deep, and I'm already. Most of the time I'm sitting on my balls going, "Am I gonna die? Am I gonna die? Am I gonna die?" And then Tyler just keeps going. I'm like, I think we're gonna die. But that was the first couple trips with Tyler. Yeah. But and that's why Tyler trusts me to take him fishing because he knows that I don't do that. Right. And I've been trusted with some of the best numbers in the world with people, and I don't give them out. I've been on boats that numbers I could have took my cell phone and just popped them out, but that's not. Sure. Oh yeah. What am I teaching myself?
Nothing.
I'm not teaching myself anything. If you can't go out there and have your own trials and tribulations, and you can use all of the advice in the world, but doing it yourself makes it so much better.
Oh yeah.
And it makes you such a better fisherman.
And Chris, you're kind of right. You could tell somebody exactly where to go, and they may never catch fish.
Right.
And again, that's all part of the learning
process
concept.
Yep.
Like right now, fish are in transition, and where you normally go to catch fish, they may not be there yet. So you got to go and you spend a lot of gas this time of year looking for these fish. And if you're the one that goes, they told me to go fish right here, and that's going to be good, all the time.
That's where they keep going back.
Well, not if they don't catch fish, though.
Well, if they do catch one fish, man. But my dad, man, I love him. He'll go to the same spot, and he does pretty good.
Sure.
But he likes the same spots, and me, I was like that when I was younger. But as I grew older, and I was like, you know what, I got to go out and explore.
Sure.
So I like exploring, and me and him will go fishing together, and we go exploring. I like exploring.
Yeah. Well, your dad likes catching.
My dad likes catching, so I want to take him to some place I'm going to catch fish. So I like to explore, And, I know some waters are good and some spots are good at certain times of year and everything, but you store all that in here or you store all that on your Facebook. Like we said, using a diary. Well, your Facebook becomes a diary.
Sure. Oh, yeah.
You see, and that's why I take pictures of small fish because I know those fish are going to grow up. And if you catch small fish, you'll catch big fish. One day there'll be big fish there because there's a reason those small fish are there. Trust me. They're eating the bait. There's something there that makes them happy or they wouldn't be there.
Sure.
But exploring's fun, man. You see new places. And when you catch a fish and it's a great sense of feeling.
But like I said, at the end of the day, nothing replaces time on the water. I mean, that's it.
That's great.
End of story, period. It's nothing replaces time on the water.
Oh, you ain't going to believe what I did today.
I probably won't.
No, you're not. And Tyler ain't going to believe it either. I bought a pair of Grudens. I'm sorry. I should have waited. I shouldn't have let you drink. I own a wetsuit. It's a nice one.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Just the bib, or you got?
I got the whole shit in Shaboodle.
You got tops and bottoms?
I got tops and bottoms, bro.
Oh, my God.
Yep, I have.
Wow.
I have matching Grudens, tops and bottom. I can now be, because it's supposed to rain Saturday, so after this time I said, you know what? After you've told me, I don't know, time and time again, I own a set of Grudens.
There's nothing more embarrassing than being all tournamented out, and looking good,
like a
and
wet
John's
rat.
got on blue jeans and a camo jacket going, come on, let's go. And then it complains about being freezing and wet and doing whatever. I've done this for years, not just at the tournament thing.
Tyler tried to get me to do this. You've tried to get me to do this, and dadgummit, I did it.
Man.
This was expensive. It's $180.
Oh, you got some good ones.
I got the good ones.
Jeez.
I got the real ones.
All right.
It's $80 for the top, $8 for the bottom. Mucho dinero.
Yeah.
Yep.
Lane's not exploring with Chris anymore. That one picture I saw of them, they was like deep in the mangrove.
Well, I don't know what they were doing in that picture, exploring. I think they were back there having
relations.
I think they were having relations. I think they took that picture after they had their relationship. Oh yeah, because I just can't.
Nobody will find.
Nobody's. Yeah, come on, baby, let's go back and have some fun. 'Cause we ain't catching no fish. I think that's what Chris and Lane were doing.
Yep.
That's just my opinion. I don't know, but that's what I was thinking was going on there.
Yeah. But that was, John. That was part one of helping.
We have a two-part helping.
We've got a two-part helping.
We got a double helping of helping.
Sometimes you got to help, and you don't even necessarily want it to help. You just kind of get thrown into helping.
Oh,
Yeah.
Oh, well.
Yeah,
You
sometimes.
helped, and that was a weird one you sent me. That was just, I didn't understand it, and I don't know what you did to get it done, but
Yep.
I think I understand after the fact, but maybe it'll come in clearer when you show what you did, if that's what you're talking about.
So we've been preaching that we got to be patient. We have to be patient because at the ramps right now, you got everybody that hasn't had their boat out all year. They're getting it out for the first time. The ramps are a little bit crazy. You got to wait a little bit to do your thing, but be nice. Remember, John? Be nice.
Be nice.
So it wasn't this past week because we were all sick, dying, and all that good stuff. But I guess the weekend before, my trip's over. I'm coming in. It was just a half-day trip. It's on a Saturday or Sunday. I don't know. Busy. It was busy. There at Pete's Pier. And I'm, by myself. I got to wait where I can get up to the dock, go get the truck, pull into the ramp, all that. So I'm waiting my turn. Boats are coming. And I'm trying to be nice.
I tried to be nice.
I was very irritated, but I was still nice. I'm like, oh, damn, we got to go. Come on. I mean, waiting 25, 30 minutes there just to get to the dock was, I'm like, hard being nice. But I was doing it, John. I was doing it. So I finally get to where I can tie up to the dock, get up there, tie up to the little floating dock. I go to get my truck. And as I'm pulling up at Pete's Pier, to the ramp where I'm getting ready to turn out and swing in, there's a bigger boat. He's kind of coming in hot. He comes right up to the edge of the floating dock. I'm like, this guy's going to hit my boat. What's he doing? Holy cow, big V-bottom boat. Two girls jump off the front of the boat and they're running. I'm like, good God, man, Googans are just crazy. So I was like, at least I was just happy they didn't hit my boat.
Yep.
And they run straight up to my truck, and I'm going, what in the world is going on?
What have I done?
Can you back your trailer in really quick? We need to we're sinking. Can you back your trailer in real quick? We got to put the boat on the trailer. And I'm like,
huh? Is this rent a trailer?
Yeah. Well, one, I drive a flat bottom boat.
That's what I mean. Your trailer. Everybody's trailer doesn't fit everybody's boat. That's a weird thing. How big was this boat?
It's a big boat. I mean, bigger than mine, big V-bottom boat.
So your trailer, which is
flat bottom boat. Yeah, flat bottom trailer.
V-bottom boat.
Well, that's what that did.
It worked?
Well, by God.
By God, it worked.
It's what we was doing.
Oh, that's a big boat.
Yeah.
That's
So
a 26-foot. Yep, bigger than your boat would have
big V-bottom boat.
Box.
But dude, I don't know. I didn't really get to see it. I was for the most part, hoping it wasn't going to put my truck in the water.
Did your boat pull that thing out the water?
So, I mean, this was a big group effort, and really kudos to Pete's Pier because Pete's Pier ran and got some pumps. They did some things, and I'm like, look, I said, I got a 1,500. I got a quarter ton.
Yeah, that
is
not
good. I was like, they're like, can you pull us? And I'm like, you got a much bigger boat than what this trailer's for.
Yeah.
It's full of water.
Yeah. Ooh.
These folks were 40 miles out, started taking on water.
Wow. They're lucky to even be sitting at Pete's Pier.
Yeah, so they made no friends coming in the river because they were coming in hot.
Yeah.
But I mean, everybody's wearing their life jacket.
Yeah,
if you paid attention, you realize that was what was going on.
Bad idea.
So now, Already been out there 30 minutes just waiting to back my trailer and
And now you're doing 30 minutes of saving somebody. Oh, God.
So now
Your day has become
my flat bottom boat trailer has a big giant V bottom on it. And they're like, can you pull us out a little bit to get it? And I'm like,
I try.
I don't have the oomph. This isn't.
Not made for this. It's not four-wheel drive either.
So, of course, I like moved it a foot. Then the tires start spinning and doing all that
I didn't
good
think
stuff.
it was going.
Yeah.
I was
So
I'm
so-
like, how?
So we got a couple of people in the back of the truck doing the bouncy thing, and I got it out about another foot or so, and that was enough to get the pumps to pump it for a little while, and then once some of the water got out, I pulled it out a little bit more, and they sucked basically about all the water they could get out of it, and then we backed it back in, and they backed their trailer in next to me, and then backed it up, got it on their trailer, and everybody was very appreciative.
After you pumped it out, what did they think it was? What did they hit something?
Oh no,
No clue.
no. Just started taking. They were out there
Taking
40
a little-
miles, started to fish, and the boat
and then
started to
just
do the
started to
lean
list.
thing.
Ooh,
Yeah,
that's
yeah.
40 miles out. That's kind of scary. I ain't
Yep.
gonna
Oh,
lie.
yeah, yeah.
That because if your batteries become submerged,
Mm.
you're done.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
You're done. That's it.
So-
They don't start.
So there's several ways to help. It's
That's
sometimes you just don't have a choice, and you try to do what you can do,
Yeah.
and
it
we
worked.
I mean, we got them saved. So kudos.
Kudos
like I
to
said,
that.
big shout out to Pete Spear for doing everything that they could. Because, I mean, they had Jeff, the management, was out there, and he running, and they got the pump, and they did a lot to make
Wow.
sure. And, I mean, and again, this basically kind of shut down the ramp for half an hour, another 45 minutes to an hour, while
Wow.
we're doing all this. So, I
Yeah.
mean, big shout out to Pete Spear,
Yeah.
So helping comes in, sometimes you think you're helping and it's not good, and then other times you're helping and my
good.
God, they could have sunk. So,
I have saved a sunken boat before.
Yep. So that's I've never done one like that before. I've helped before, but not quite like that.
Mine was weird. Mine was taking a trolling motor to the titty while it was running, getting shocked from the batteries because they were underwater. So I'm getting shocked. I'm getting running with a trolling motor. And the Coast Guard is watching the whole time, by the way, because they don't help. They thought it was funny.
Yeah.
I'm like looking at them like, are you serious? Like, are you going to help? Or are you going to do your job? They don't do that job.
Mm-mm.
That's not their job, man. So I'm like, you got to be kidding me.
So
But we saved their boat.
So these folks had kind of made the same comment that they had called out the Coast Guard, that they let Coast Guard know they were sinking. Coast Guard was supposed to come out and meet them at some point or another to
no
try
meet.
to pull it, at least keep the front of the boat up, do
no
whatever. And they didn't show.
They
And
didn't
again,
see
now, busy weekend,
Yeah.
it was Saturday or Sunday. I don't remember exactly what day, but I mean, and I'm not bashing the Coast Guard, but it's
Oh, they just don't do that.
they're happy to come get you if you're in the water,
Yeah,
I guess.
if you're in the water, they'll come get you. But Cito only comes and gets you now. It's
Or they'll give you that ticket if you got your crapper valve, open and not in the locked position. They'll give you a ticket for that. They'll definitely do that.
They'll call the FWC on you. I heard. I talked to somebody else. They did that. Too.
Yeah.
And you know what he told them?
What'd he tell him?
They asked him. They said, "What ramp are you going into?" And he said, "Oh yeah, I'm going into Steenhatchee."
Oh,
See
that's
you
a
there.
different one.
Yep, he went to Benville.
I'll meet you there. Yeah. Psych.
He was like, "Mess with me, huh?"
Yep. So, John, we've got to make a decision on something.
Uh-oh.
And basically, time's kind of passed, so unfortunately, we will not be having a spring fling, John.
What?
We're not having a spring fling
Why not?
because there's too much going on this month.
Why can't we have a sprung flung?
There's too much going on. There's with everything that we've got going on, it doesn't match up with a venue, so so we're not going to be able to do a spring fling. So how about a summer blast or a summer do whatever?
Yeah,
We've got one date.
one day.
One date.
One day.
And if it's kosher with everybody else, we can have a summer party, June 28th. It's a Saturday, June 28th. So it won't be spring anymore, I don't think. I think that's summer. But we can have a summer bash, a summer blast, a summer something. I don't know. Let us know. But that is June 28th. That is
Do
the
a
date.
Summer shanty.
That's
June 28th.
Ashanti.
A shanty. We're gonna have a shanty.
So yeah, so June 28th. Everybody
SOS.
check your
We're
calendar.
doing SOS. Summer O'Shanty.
Yeah.
Can't
So,
can make June 28th. Casey can make it. He's drunk. He don't even know what he's making, but he said he can make it.
He's making.
He's drunk, but he's making it.
Right. That's what
he's making it. He's drunk and he's making it.
But we're
on the calendar. They're already putting the date on the calendar. You may have messed up.
Where's Bonnie at? Bonnie, can you do June 28th?
Yeah, June 28th, Bonnie, on your calendar. Bonnie and Doug, June 28th.
You know, our parties revolve around Bonnie.
They do. They do revolve around Bonnie.
So that's June 28th. We've Casey and Jessica are in.
They're already in. We've got 2 people already in on June 28th.
Yep. We're gonna have to have more than 2 people, John, to commit to this.
Mm-hmm.
Uh-oh.
She's in.
What is that? Is that a thumbs up?
That's a fist.
Well, it's so small.
I know, it's a fist. It's a fist. She's punching somebody now. Casey can't make it to the couch. Dang, how much that boy had to drink.
There we go. Okay.
I'm in. Rick's in.
Yeah.
He's taking that day off.
All right.
Well, dadgummit, there's 4.
Yeah.
Does that make a shanty?
Don't take the 28th. Take the 29th off. Yeah.
So SOS party.
Something, I guess.
Huh?
I guess.
SOS party.
SOS.
It's going down.
What is it? Summer of, what'd you say? SOS?
Tyler's in like swimwear.
Yep.
She's holding baby
Chicks. Oh, more babies are hatching?
Oh, okay.
What?
Doug's in.
What is SOS? What does it stand for?
Summer O'Shanty.
Summer O'Shanty.
Shanty party.
Yeah, we'll see. We'll figure it out. But yeah, June 28th.
Shit, oh shit, it's a party.
Yeah. Shit on a shingle.
Shit on shingles. Shingles on shit.
I'm stuck in the office chair. It's like a couch, but it just holds you better.
David will be there.
David says he'll be there.
All right, it is.
All right. So
June
John,
28th. Did you better talk to your girl at the?
Well, I've got to let her know.
You got to let her know
that was the
only date she had. You better let her know ASAP.
Told her I would let her know by the end of the week. So,
hey, I'm in. Put me down.
You'll be there?
I'll be there.
All right.
Put me down. June 28th.
You're not going to come up with some inventory or some kind of nonsense?
No, we're good. Inventory's March. We're good. June 28th. I don't know of anything going on that day.
There we go.
June 28th. Let me put that on my calendar.
Well, like I said, spring fling is dead for this year, but maybe a summer bash. All right. Well, there we go.
Summer bash. All right. Calendar. May, June 28th. That looks like a great day.
Yeah. John, if you're not aware, this Eric dude does music bingo 3 nights a week at Cedar River Seafood, the Bowie Bar, and Nature Coast Bar and Grill. Yeah. Actually, you've come to quite a few of those.
Quite a few of them things.
You have, that's always a lot of fun. Where else does that put us at? That would normally, John, put us at Captain's Cove Tip of the Week.
Got one.
But that Andrew fella, he's got like the bronchitis and the laryngitis. And I was like, all right, we're going to lay, yeah. But we will remind you that they do have a Cobia tournament going on right now. And they've got some really great prizes for that tournament. Go check it out.
They're already wanting themes. A theme for the party. David wants a theme.
Probably hot. It's going to be damn hot.
That's right. Can't be wearing no costume in the heat.
Yeah, it's going to be a thong event, So, don't wear a thong?
No, that would be bad. You don't want to see, John's acorns hanging out the back of the thong. That would be very bad.
Can I wear my bathing suit?
Yes, Casey.
Sure.
Yep.
It's not a...
maybe a Jimmy Buffett theme?
Yeah.
What's Jimmy Buffett? What's a Jimmy Buffett theme? No shoes?
No,
that was what Jimmy Buffett did.
I want shoes. I don't want to see people's feet.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah, I got bad feet.
I want to see feet.
Yeah, I got bad feet.
Yeah, no. I want to see feet.
A Jimmy Buffett thing. So that would be like,
I don't know. Tiki bars and grass stuff and, I don't know.
If I'm in there if Denise and Dale will scoop me up. They will.
Yeah, but she'll forget like she did last time. She's bad about that.
Yeah. Well, yeah, but she's learning early now. She's early.
Oh,
it's early. It's early for Donna.
So, with no captain's corner, let's roll it right into with no captain's tip of the week, Captain Cove tip of the week. Let's roll into captain's corner.
Jeans and boots. I like that. Cowboy, cowgirl.
It's gonna be hot, boys.
It's gonna be hot.
It's
Yeah,
summertime.
but you can do
summer,
shorts with
summer,
cowboy boots. You
summertime.
ever seen girls cowboy boots and shorts?
Girls can. Yeah.
Cowgirl butts drive me nuts.
Yeah.
I thought that. Wait a minute. That cowboy butts drive me nuts. I went with cowgirl butts drive me nuts.
I don't know that country.
Too much input.
All right. So who do we got up first here? Where are we at? We're gonna do Thomas first, John, because Thomas was looking for his like a month ago, I think, when we missed it. Then we were sick and all that good stuff. So let's see what Thomas had to say.
Out here fishing.
Go.
Out Captain's Corner, out here fishing with Chris and Lane. Showing them a little bit of the extinct grouper out here and some light tackle action on how you get them. It don't take much. Small little hook, light line. You just have to be ready when they hit. Tight lines, guys.
So
Stat.
I don't know what that was, John. Did you see it?
Supposedly it was a grouper, but I'm not. It might have been self-identifying as a trout.
It couldn't have been.
It can't be a grouper.
Couldn't have
Yeah,
been.
there's no way he caught a grouper.
No,
they're too,
nothing to see here.
They're rare.
Let's see. Nice gag. No, David. No,
No, it can't be.
that was
It's
not a grouper.
gag. Yeah, it's that was a Oh, look,
Chris is gonna come get him from North Carolina.
Wow, Donna's got Ubers reaching out. Donna will be there.
All right, so that was Thomas, and then we got Rick. Rick's got one here, and Rick says forgive him. He did this all by himself, and he's got some technical difficulties, but he gets it figured out.
Hey, it's Rick and Rick. I haven't been solo on my boat in about 6 years. I decided to give it a shot today, see if I can still do it. I'm out here in Crystal River. Tide's running pretty low. Anyway, I figured I'd just go ahead and do artificial today. This is a start. This is the second cast. Voodoo shrimp. All right, Taylors. We'll see you. See you in the evening.
All right, good job.
I'm
Rick.
really impressed with Rick right there because he folded his legs and then them knees were like great.
He sat all Indian style.
He's limber.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't get to do that as good.
You know why I was proud of him, John? He was fishing all by himself, and he had on his little flotation device. Did you see that?
Yeah, he's doing
That
what
what, I mean, he was by himself in
himself,
case, he blacked out, it got too hot, fell over, do whatever. He was by himself, had on his little automatic flotation device. I like it.
Supposedly, damn it. What does that mean?
Mm-hmm.
Supposedly, damn it.
I don't know. We miss so much by not keeping up with every comment.
What's she talking about? What am I talking about? What am I talking about?
I don't know, John, but wait.
I ain't seen Donna in a long time. Donna getting mean.
There's more, John.
Oh,
There's
wait,
more.
there's
There's more, John. Yeah, we've got James up in here somewhere. Let me find James. Let's see. Yeah, here we go. We got James. I want you to pay attention to what James was doing right here.
James and Jessica, tournament day. Been out about 3 hours. I caught a little snook. James just caught this monster.
On a white Q8. Look at this thing.
Monster.
Look at that thing, boys. Oh, look at that snook. Now for a tournament day, kind of sucks, but that thing is a beast. Look at this fish.
Huge. Tide's kind of at a standstill right now. Wind's not too bad. Have fun, tight lines, and good luck to everybody.
Q8, baby.
That James, that's a nice snook right there, buddy, on the Q8. That was a fat toad that looks like
Q8,
Jessica
baby.
made a great net on that one.
Yeah. Q8. And then speaking of Jessica, we've got a little bit of Jessica action right here.
38.
Jessica, Captain's Corner, went out with Joe offshore today. Got a kingfish. You got some grunts. I did catch some grouper and some red grouper. Mostly using some sand perch. Saw some cobia. We're in like 40 foot of water right now. Water's beautiful out here.
Let us know when you're done feeding.
Tight lines, go fishing.
All right, there we go. So Jessica was offshore for that one, John. All right, David 38. Okay, David must have had a question in there. Oh my God, James, how long? That thing did look at least 40-ish. I was like, damn, that Q8 got him a 40.
That was a fat snook right there.
It was.
That was a
heavy.
very nice snook. Yeah.
Heavy.
Very nice snook. That's a net bender.
And I appreciate James, before the camera got turned on, put that Q8 in his mouth. That was nice.
Mm-hmm.
Good touch.
Good job. Keep up the good work. It's all about the bait placement.
Yeah.
It looks
in
like
the mouth.
It looks like he caught it with that. Well, I won't go out on a limb and say he caught it with that.
What did he catch it with? Where did he catch it at? In the mouth. Exactly where it's supposed to be. So, all right, John. It's time to talk about our favorite Bonnie with State Farm right here. If you haven't got a quote yet from Bonnie with State Farm, you need to give her a call at 352-484-0905. She'll do everything she can to try to save you some money and get you some jam up insurance.
Deals.
Yeah. I got
deals.
What do we got? I got my truck with Bonnie. I've got my wicka DJ equipment and all that, a policy through
You're
that
insured with DJ Wiki.
Wiki. So that is pretty cool. But yeah, Bonnie's got some things going on. She got that tournament coming up.
Time.
Again, it's still a long way off,
but man, she packs them in there. So go ahead and just join it.
It will be. Yeah, that's a cool event. And John, as you're well aware, State Farm Trivia, we've been doing it all this past month, and we said the very first episode of the month we were going to be giving it away. Now we're giving away the old knife and pliers set from Danco, and
one
entry
to that said tournament.
Yeah,
that's a heck of a deal right there.
Yeah,
because you get to go to a killer free fishing party where there's all kinds of goodies to look at and bid on. And
they feed you, John. They feed you.
It's awesome. And you get to hang out with cool people. How can you beat it?
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
But they feed you.
They feed
That's
you.
The important part. Food. Feed you.
And it's usually somebody with good food.
Usually.
Should be. Food. Good food.
Yeah. So, John, we've already got Thomas, Chris, Lane, and Jessica already have a shot at this.
So there's a spot for one more angler.
We're going to ask one more question.
One more angler gets a spot in the bucket.
They do. You ready? I'm going to ask a question. The very first right answer is going to get their name in the bucket, John, in the old Captain's Cove bucket. Like I said, Thomas, Chris, Lane, and Jessica are already in there. They cannot participate.
Yeah, stay out.
In this answer.
Don't answer. Even if you think you know it, don't do it. We don't want to weed through you because the first person to get it right is going in the bucket.
The very first right answer we see to this question.
Doug knows the answer.
Doug, you don't even know what I'm going to ask, but I'm sure you would know the answer.
Knows the answer. That's pretty funny.
I think that this one will be significantly easier than the last one.
That other one was pretty tough. But they got it. But it was pretty tough.
They figured it out.
Yeah.
They did. But like I said, so what we're doing, we're going to ask the question. The very first right answer we see.
What is it, Doug? Oh, that's great.
We'll get your name on the sheet of paper, and we're going to put it in the bucket, make a drawing, and the winner from that drawing will be tonight's winner.
Tonight.
Yep. You ready, John?
I'm ready. Let's see if I know it.
Get to this question here. Boom. All right. So tonight's question What does the State Farm logo, the 3 oval logo, represent?
Oh, I know that one.
Again, what does the State Farm
I know that.
3 oval logo represent?
Yeah,
All right.
I knew the answer to that.
Did you?
Yeah,
Okay.
I could have got that one.
You know, that little
Yeah,
weird.
I know the answer to that.
Yep. Do you
Yeah.
now? Okay.
I would have known the answer.
All right.
I would have already had it up there
Mm.
without even having to Google it.
Yeah.
Yep.
36 to the 4th. Nope. Let's see. Dun, 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 dun. We're not quite there yet.
Close. So close.
Yeah.
Close.
Oh, we're not quite there yet.
Nope.
Again, the little 3 ovals in the State Farm logo. What do they represent? Each one represents a
single
certain,
item.
Yep, a certain thing. Oh, let me take
Yep,
another
that's
peek.
it.
Let me
That's
take.
That's it. That's it. Boom. Christy.
Yep. All right. We do.
We got a winner.
We got us a winner, John. So the answer
Yep.
we were looking for was Auto, Fire, and Life. Auto, Fire, and Life. And it looks like Christy got that. So there we go. All right. So now it is Thomas, Chris, Lane, Jessica, and now Christy.
These will be the 5
In the
people
bucket.
participating in the bucket to win a nice set and 1 entry into a fishing tournament.
I hope they trust that their names are in here, but I promise
They're in there.
They're in there.
I looked. I made sure Eric wasn't cheating nobody.
Yeah. All right. I'm trying to get Jessica to the bottom of the pile. Love you.
Sticky fingers, John and Jessica.
See how hard I tried.
Well, I'll be. Ain't Jessica.
It's not.
Ain't Jessica. That's very rare for John not to pull Jessica.
It is.
James
very
is going to
rare.
be at the house going, man, the guy keeps drawing my wife here, my girl. So the winner is, it starts with a T.
Yeah.
Omas.
I do believe it was our very first winner.
It was. Thomas.
Congratulations to Thomas. Thomas, you're going home eventually with this knife and plier set. And an entry into Bonnie's
this tournament.
So there you go. Congratulations.
Congratulations, Thomas.
Awesome sauce, John. Awesome sauce. All right. So what does that do, John? So that puts us into a whole nother category now, John. The Florida Redfish Series. We got to go do that this weekend.
We got to go pre-fish.
It is.
We got to go to a cabins meet.
We do.
We got to come home.
We do.
We got to go sleep. We got
Yeah.
to get back early.
Mm-hmm.
We got to get back down there, put our boat in, and get rained on.
Maybe not all in that order.
It says the rain starts at 6 a.m.
Yeah.
We're going to get rained on.
Well, you good?
No.
Nope. All right. Well, again, big shout out to Q8 Superbait. I'll probably be throwing that one right there for a little bit. It's
Some point or another, that one will catch a fish. That dude's got nice hair.
Yeah. So
That dude's got nice hair.
big shout out to Q8 Superbaits for sponsoring us for this series. We really do appreciate it. And they got a new spokesperson, John. Oh, Mr. Don right there.
Oh, look at there.
105 years old, John.
Wow.
105 years
Hey,
old.
look at that Q8 bait.
Throwing artificial and getting it done, buddy.
105.
105 years old. John.
Fishing like ain't no big thing.
Yep. He lives down there in Yankee Town.
105.
Yep.
Wow.
Do you want to make it to 105?
Oh, man,
Don't know.
I've lived a good life.
Yeah.
I've been a very lucky person to do what I've done.
Yep.
So if anything was to happen, I think I'm going out good.
So, John,
Mm-hmm.
you think we're going to go do a little exploring on Friday?
We are.
We are? Because we got to go out of Cedar Key. We don't necessarily fish out of Cedar Key a lot, but I pretty much think so 79 degrees on Saturday, so it'll be hot. And are those raindrops on there? I can't see what it says.
40% from 7 a.m. all the way till we come back.
Oh, yeah, 40, 50%. I mean, that's glass half full or half empty.
That
Depends on
could
how
be
you look at
raining.
it.
That could be raining on top of Tyler
Yeah, not
and
necessarily.
Andrews, and
Yeah.
not us.
Yeah.
You know, depending upon which way Tyler and Andrew go, and which way Eric and John go, that could be raining on them and not us.
And John, what does the rain usually do?
Rains on us.
Well, it does do that, but it lowers the pressure. And when the pressure gets
And
lowered, what happens?
sometimes the redfish will bite.
Mm-hmm.
Now, I want them to bite for us
Yeah.
and not for other people.
Yeah.
It's not that I'm trying to be mean.
No, we
I
just want to win.
you to catch fish. I just want to get a life of what it's like to be in
Sure.
the top 7 or 5.
Yep.
You know,
Now-
nothing, no meanness in
Yeah.
this.
Yeah.
Just
Well, and this
You know,
is how cool
please.
folks in the Florida Redfish series are. When we had on the show last week, sorry, we're sick, we're not going to make it. We had folks from the Florida Redfish series that we fish with, our quote unquote competition. Hey, get better soon, all that good stuff. Like, that was awesome.
That is awesome.
So, yeah.
that is awesome. Yeah.
And it worked. I got
Yeah.
better eventually.
Yeah. Me, I'm
and
trying.
John's still almost there.
Donna, you can have all the rain we're going to have in Cedar Key on Saturday in Bellevue.
In Bellevue.
We'll trade. We'll
Yes.
give it to you.
Yes.
Gladly.
Yes.
Yeah. Even that I bought a rain gear, I don't want to use it.
Yeah, that's always just
I just want to say that I have it, which is very rare for me to have it.
So definitely looking forward
I'm
to
cheap.
Definitely looking forward to it. We've got 2 this month.
We
so
got 2
that's,
tournaments, St.
again,
Augustine
yeah.
and Cedar Key.
Again, just another partial reason why the spring fling was going to be tough this go
Yeah,
around.
we just couldn't pull it off.
Well, that and, just other factors. But,
Hey, I
summer
like
batch,
June 28th.
whatever. We'll see,
Summer
we'll see.
shanty.
Shanty.
Shitty, oh shitty.
There you go.
That's what we're going to be at night.
John, last time we were on air, we were eating the hell out of Sonny's. I don't know if you guys remember that or not, but eating the hell out of Sonny's with big shout out to Josh and Melissa McCall for fattening us up. That was a great episode.
amazing.
I mean, that was when I started to feel with all the, but I mean, still, food tastes good. I never was not hungry the whole time I was sick. It was all in the head and the nose
I didn't even want to eat.
and the coughing, but it was not.
I mean, I'm eating, but I don't really. I mean, like,
Oh, I'm fat. I eat the hell.
I don't know.
We don't
I
need
haven't
any
liked-
rain in North Carolina. We'll send it down your way. Why? Thank you. Tournament fishing is a lot of practice. Yep. But practice pays off. We'll see. We'll see. We're going to practice on Friday because, like John said, we work.
Yeah,
we don't get to take a week off to go
We
pre-fish.
don't get to pre-fish 'cause
Unfortunately,
we work.
we're
We got yobs, man.
Yeah. We're,
Some yobs.
we're sponsored to fish the tournament,
Yeah.
not sponsored to take off a week.
Yeah.
We're gonna need some more sponsors to be able to do that. That's because John and I do like to eat. We eat a lot.
Yeah. We.
Oh man! All right, John. Let's get into some spotted by here. We spotted Chris
thank you.
right here with his little son right there.
That's
Thought
cute.
that was awesome as heck.
That is awesome.
They check us out from time to time, and
That
they
is
come
awesome.
to they do come to the spring flings and the parties that we have. Then we spotted David and Andrea there. They were doubled up.
Doubled up.
Yeah, I like
That's what I'm
that.
talking about.
Yeah. And then there's Thomas and James
Another
right
cute picture.
there.
Look at the kids.
Yeah.
See, that's keep them out of Facebook
Yeah.
and off of the phone, and get them out there in that water and catch some fish.
And then another Chris right
Who's
there.
that?
Yeah.
Who'd that do?
Yeah. He's trying to hide his face. for that fish.
Because he's probably supposed to be working that day. He's working that day. He just kind of, you just kind of put it there. Yeah, I got me a fish. It was not really me.
Yeah, we normally just do 3 spotted by, but we figured we had a
Change it up.
more. Well, it was just we had,
Yeah, so
we
many
weren't
of
here
them.
last week.
Yeah.
So,
So share the love.
Oh my God, Christy, it's so dry here, Donna.
Donna must be really dry out there.
Donna.
Yeah. Donna's like, my grass is dying. Give me some water.
Yeah. All right, John. Tonight's topic, we're back, baby.
Okay.
Yeah.
We're back.
You've seen the show. We're back.
We're back. All right. Tonight you can win. Tonight you can win a powerful attractant.
Yeah. Oh,
and, chum up.
Yeah.
And, no.
We got to talk about
we got to talk about something? Okay, let's talk to him.
So
what we got?
As usual, we're like 18 miles short and a day or two, like probably a week late.
What are we going to talk about?
Well, it's red snapper, John.
Oh,
yeah.
red snappers.
Apparently, we got them on this side. They don't got them on the East Coast.
So
but apparently, we got some.
Funny is why, dear God, why can't they let those people on the other coast catch a red snapper? Well, what's the problem? I've been over there, caught them within 7 miles. And I've caught 25 pound
run and
red
managed
snapper.
by the same people that are controlling the for hire on our side.
Why?
Yeah.
Why? Let them catch some red snapper. Let them have some joy in their life. You know, there's a lot of people over there that have got these. I've been over there. I've seen these beautiful boats they have. They got triple motors, quads over there, and let them enjoy a red snapper. Why? Mr. DeSantis or whoever's over there or whatever the problem is, give them 2 weeks on me.
On you?
On me.
If you're giving them away, give them 2 months, John.
2 weeks. No, they would love it. Just trust me. They're going to be happy, okay? They gave them 1 day last year.
Yeah.
And it was blowing 30.
Yeah.
Okay? Just give them 2 weeks.
But if you give an inch, we want a yard.
Look, I don't care. Right now, give them 2 weeks. Quit playing around with these people. No, stop this stuff.
Until it's not run by the people that run it, that's not going to happen.
Well, it's time then maybe to...
Revolution in this bitch!
I hate to say that, but they were talking about 100 gorillas. Or no, 100 people in one gorilla. Well, they're the gorilla, okay? And we have more than 100 people. And maybe it's time...
You see King Kong?
We don't got enough people. That was not Amy.
We don't got enough people.
That wasn't Amy, the good gorilla. But maybe, just maybe, that it's time to stand up to tyranny. Because this is what's going on. And I don't want to be that guy, but...
Does anybody else know who Amy is, or did I just...
Amy, good gorilla.
Did I just do a dumb thing that nobody will know?
They probably had no idea what you were doing, but Amy, good gorilla. It's like, let's say, what gorilla are we beating up? A silverback? Yeah, because them silverbacks are bad. I don't know that I'd want to be one of the 100 that took on a silverback. You know, because if you were going to be thrown to the wolves, the silverback, they're tough.
Yep. Well, let's see what old Ronnie's done for us over here on the West Coast, John. So your minimum size, John, is still 16 inches. It is still 2 per person. Obviously, the charter captain and the crew get 0, John. You can't have any of that.
Nope.
Now, here's where it kind of gets interesting. They're going to open red snapper. This is all recreational now. This is not for hire whatsoever. This is recreational. May 24th through the 26th. That's Memorial Day weekend. That's when it's going to open for recreational.
This Memorial Day?
This Memorial Day weekend. I mean, we're just a stone throw away from you guys getting some red snapper
fishing.
And then June 1st through July 31st will be daily, you know, the span of the season there. So that's
I may fill my boat up with gas and just go.
Yeah, well, I mean, if you get the day, you know, you get the day right,
weather's
you know,
good.
you could do it. You know?
Man, do I take a chance?
That's the summer season, I guess, John. Yeah. Now for the fall season, we get September, 2 weeks. You know, and then it starts to roll into that 3-day weekend stuff again, September, October, you know, November. You know, it rolls into recreationally, you guys are getting a whole bunch of days. You know, so that is that's nice for you guys.
I just noticed something very bad.
What did
you put that up there?
What did you notice?
September 1st through September 14th, red snapper season's open. Boy, I'll bet you $100 we don't get 0 gag.
It's possible. It's
After
possible.
seeing that, I have a bad feeling.
Premonition.
Because they're not going to let us fish for gags during red snapper season.
Probably not.
Because that just means you're bringing in 2 gags and 2 red snapper.
You'd
and they
have
can't
way too
have
much.
that.
Can't do that.
They can't do that.
No. So
because you're already out there and they know you're going to catch them. Oh, this is bad. And I think the reason they fed us all these red snapper is because they're taking the gag away.
Well, it's a possibility. Now, you got to keep in mind, too, that this is DeSantis work. This has nothing to do with NOAA or the Gulf
looking
Mexico.
at it. Trust me.
Well, I know that they're looking at it.
over
Just
in their grave.
Keep in mind that that's DeSantis.
They're rolling
done,
over in their grave.
He's done that now.
Yeah, there's
It
no
would
way.
be nice if he could take over and, do some other things as well. But we take it as we can get it. But, yeah, we'll see what happens. We'll talk about it as the information comes.
I got it bad.
Well, David, that's what we're kind of talking about right here. As of right now, we have no idea if and when they're going to open grouper. There's speculation, but will they have it open during that little, if they do, September 1st won't be available for hire. You may be able to go do it on your own recreationally. So for hire, and that's like hiring...
your dates are
that's like hiring lickety split with Chassis McNasty fishing charters, which we are taking, reservations right now to get in on the season. As far as we know, we could say at least that we know June and July will be available. From things I've seen, we may be able to stretch it into August a little bit, but that's not 100% sure.
See, that cuts y'all off before the September things. That's what's got me. That's why I'm starting to wonder here. There's something going on.
Because DeSantis doesn't handle the federal side of that.
So they're going to work their way either in or out.
Yeah.
So it's probably going to be an emergency decree that they can't do that. There's no way.
It's possible.
Yeah, there's no way.
And again, anything that you've already seen on the internet that describes, there's only going to be a 10-day grouper season and it could be a 6 or do whatever, that little thing that come out, that is rumor, speculation. That is not for real. That is not anything in stone, so that is we don't like to steer you guys down that path. We report exactly what we can see in print and what we see from the powers that be, and that's what we talk about. Now, speculation, it's a good chance we may not get.
Speculation.
But there you go.
I guarantee you, they're looking after he's got that out that quick. Now that gives them time to duck, dip, and dive and dodge.
You can dodge a wrench.
That's right. If you can dodge a wrench, you can dodge a grouper. yeah. You can dodge a grouper season real quick if you can dodge a wrench.
There you go.
And they've been known to dodge a lot of stuff.
But like I said, I know that, everybody else has already talked about it. We just wanted to make sure that you guys were in the know in case you haven't seen it. That's what the red snapper season is going to be. Again, available for red snapper trips June through July if you want to get out there. I know we're going to take... Denise and Dale, they upgraded their one trip to a red snapper trip, so we're going to take them, on that. So that's going to be a lot of fun. Yep. Looking forward to that.
Some eats.
Yeah, go get them some meat. Well, Denise didn't get to go last year.
I know.
She said she fell over her dog and broke everything.
It's her turn. It's her turn to get out there and go.
So we will see. But remember, June 28th, put it on the calendar.
Yeah, let's do it.
I have to shore it up with the Blackwater, but I told her I would let her know by the end of the week, so that'll be nice.
My house should be done by then.
So we'll just walk to your house.
I can walk, baby. I ain't got to worry about driving.
Walk to the house while
How
asleep
nice
on the
is
floor.
that, man?
Something. I don't know. So we will see.
June 19th is Denise's day. Big day.
Woo!
Boom.
Yeah.
I think y'all are gonna have an epic day.
Don't keep a short flounder this time. Yeah, no. We didn't do that with Denise.
No, but it don't matter. They're not gonna do it with Denise.
We did it with them damn North Carolina folks. Yeah. And we didn't know. We didn't know, but he said every time he goes, he gets stopped. Now that we know that.
Now that we know that, and we're not keeping any fish from the Gilmans anymore.
No,
not big enough. That's a 40-inch gag. Oh, no, not big enough.
Nope. Can't big gag. They don't exist.
80-inch flounder. Oh, no, not big enough.
All right, John. What are we giving away tonight?
A Yule log.
A Yule log of Chum Up.
some stuff that we were just talking about.
There you
You know,
go.
take your snapper up on May 24th and get your butt out there and catch some red snappers.
That's actually
A
from
bag of
Cove.
Sonny's goodies.
Yep.
Yeah, that was from Captain Cove. Bag of Sonny's goodies. Q8 baits and some Jigs that you can pick up down there at Captain's Cove. Man, nice little package deal right there. Wow.
All right, John, I got to get rid of these guys.
Yep, they got to go.
Which is Christy,
They're out.
Lane, Chris, and Jessica.
They're out.
And,
They could be back in there. Hold them right there because you might have to pick one out, you know, and you ain't got to ride again.
And then those are my blankies.
Yep, 5
All right.
blankies.
So you guys know how we do. I got 5 blank ones right here. I'm gonna ask a question, which is a very simple question. Very simple.
Woo, Jessica says she's going with Brian Sims and a couple other people with y'all. So y'all are going to get some trips there.
Trying to think. Yeah, Brian Sims is maybe like the second weekend or something like that. I think something along those lines. I know he's on there, but I don't remember the date right off the top of my head. So, all right, gonna ask a simple question.
Simple.
The first 5 right answers we see, your name gets written on a piece of paper, dumped in the bucket. John's gonna pick a winner, and you will be tonight's lucky winner for that prize package. Thomas has already won the knife
other
set
prize package.
with the Bonnie prize, but this is something totally different. All right, tonight's question. If you paid attention at all, this is extremely, extremely easy question. Are you ready, John?
Oh, this is an easy question. I remember too, and I know the answer.
Yep. All right. In tonight's Spotted By, how many of the photos had more than one person in them? Again, in tonight's Spotted By, how many of the photos had more than one person in them? Like I said, easy peasy.
Peasy, easy.
Yep.
Somebody got it wrong.
It was so easy.
2 people got it wrong.
Somebody
3 people got it wrong. 4 people got it wrong. 5 people got it wrong. 6
Holy
people. 7
cow.
people. 8 people. 9 people. So Tyler, Sam, and Denise, and Christy was the last one.
Well, I mean, these names are very similar to
Yeah, very similar.
what we just had in there. All right,
There we
so
go.
tonight's answer was 3.
Because Chris Dunning was the only one that wasn't in there with another person.
And I
Right.
made it a point to say that we did 4.
It was all right there.
I mean, all you had to do was pay attention.
Pay attention.
Uh-oh. All right, so John, we've got Tyler going in the bucket. Chris is going in the bucket. Christy is going in the bucket. Denise
And
Sam. All
nice.
right.
Shake your bucket.
Shake
Shake your bucket.
All right. Somebody still guessing 4s and 1s. Oh, my
I don't know.
God.
What in the world were they watching?
All right, John. Pick us a winner.
Trying to figure out the show they were watching.
Oh. It was those other 2 other good-looking guys. Yes.
Well, this guy's got great eyes.
You can't see shit.
You can't say that. But what do you mean he can't see? He's got good eyes.
Andrew says he never sees the fish.
Well, but I mean, he's still got good-looking eyes.
Oh, good-looking eyes.
Non-gay way.
Good.
Okay, non-gay way. This guy's got good eyes. Okay?
What he said.
That's right.
Yeah.
Tyler! I was telling Heather the other day, when she gets to meet Tyler, he's got really pretty eyes.
Wow.
Yeah.
Tyler, don't turn around. Uh-oh.
That's funny.
All right, boys and girls. Put it on your calendar, June
He said
28th.
congratulations to himself
Yeah.
on having great eyes.
Tyler.
He gets a chub log.
Oh, man, the old Yule log.
Yep, the old Yule log. I wouldn't light it in the house because the smell could be bad.
Hey, that smells like mud.
Tyler, lady killer.
All right, like I said,
Oh, good
June
stuff.
28th, put it on the calendar.
Yes, we're gonna
Wish
have a
us
party.
Luck
We're
for this
gonna have a
weekend.
party.
Yeah, we need it. We need a win.
It's
John.
time to party.
We need a win.
We're going to win
We
this
do.
weekend.
Yeah, I
We're
feel
going to
good.
win something.
I feel good.
We're going to win something.
We got to do better than we did
Yeah.
home last year.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. We got to do better than that. And got to do better than that.
Yeah. All right, ladies and gentlemen, We Be Tailing is brought to you by Shesty Fishing, Jim's Jigs,
Filletzall.
Aquatic Nutrition.
UH Super Baits.
Karrie's Custom Rod.
Sonny with State Farm.
Native Nautical Mailbox.
All right.
Yeah. Power pole.
I keep seeing ads where they got stuff out. T-Bass
They
Welding.
got to get rid of that inventory.
Yep.
Sonny's Barbecue,
I'm still
Josh and
selling.
Melissa.
And Hippo Head Hotel. Come stay with us.
There we go. All right, everybody. We'll see everybody next week.